Live.
Welcome back. What's this? Fourth, three, four? I don't know.
Fourth episode, yes.
Fourth episode in a chronological order. They didn't think we could make it to four. I told them they need to go to the gym, get back, and push the weights. Uh, I'm back in the building. C Dub, Mr. Jew.
Big Jew back in the building.
Yes, sir. We here to talk. I think we're gonna change up the format here. I mean, shows have been cooking, but also shows have not been cooking, so we've been kind of like lacking in the note department.
Mainly Raw.
I'm gonna go ahead and just expose myself. I watched SmackDown, had a great time, great time. No complaints from me on SmackDown. It moves, it flows. But Raw, oh my God, that's 2 hours of nothing. I can't name one thing that I watched. I watched the whole show and I can't remember anything that happened.
I mean, the main thing about Raw was probably the end of.
I don't even know what that was.
I just know about the whole Bianca thing, about to be a tag team championships.
Oh yeah,
and they all came out, and then apparently, Candice LeRae supposed to join that team with the heels, and then Rhea Ripley, of course, is making her return. Sorry for the spoilers. It's all on the Twitter. Yeah, if you saw it, you saw it. You did it. And then for the men's side,
it's gonna be out before they announce
I'm gonna say for the men's side, it's gonna be supposedly supposed to be Solo helped Bronson Reed out with his win against Seth Rollins. So now Bronson Reed's gonna join a new bloodline, and Seth Rollins gonna join no bloodline, supposedly.
So let me pause you there real quick on that. On that thought there. Let's hang on that men's that men's war games. We'll get to the women one because the women was kind of starting to shape up and make a little bit of sense. But the men's one, Seth Rollins being involved is one thing because Roman Seth got history. Makes sense. It can make it a little bit more tense. They can do how they did with Becky and Charlotte that one time, how they did with Cody and Seth being a little weird and, stuff like that. And maybe even how they did with Drew and Damian kind of had a little friction. It's okay to do the little friction thing on the team, but like, I'm cool with Seth. But why would you put Bronson Reed in this match? That just makes him. I feel like it's gonna take too much away from him. I love Bronson Reed.
You know the open line has to win.
Why would you put him in the match to lose?
I don't know.
unless you don't want anybody in the bloodline getting pinned. But why would you not? Tonga Loa is right there.
That's why I was like,
go on.
It makes it interesting for me, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know why they really needed, but I mean,
they could have stayed and did their own thing.
That's what I'm saying.
It could be a ruse.
I thought it could be a ruse. So that's why I was like, but who knows?
Maybe it could be a ruse because the poster is out and it's only a 4v4.
That's what I said. Supposedly, supposedly. They kept on saying I'm Raw as a 5v5, but hey, supposedly. So
and this is what
put out a whole segment, the whole entire time I'm Raw, you're trying to clear a fifth partner and they say, yeah, it's a 4v4. I was like, so what was the whole point of the whole fifth partner? I don't know.
Maybe it's to steer away from the thoughts of The Rock coming back, and I'm okay with that.
Maybe
if that's what they're trying to do is make sure everybody's like, The Rock is not coming back. This is the fifth member. It's Bronson Reed, and they're lying, and they're like they'll do something where like Seth and Bronson take each other out of the match, and now the faces got to scramble, and they're like down a person, and it's just the four of them, and they got to figure it out, and they got the underhand tactics, and then The Rock comes out as their still fifth member. And it's 5v4. Like, I mean, because I don't know if you remember, but in 2019, when Dakota Kai turned on, I think Rhea's team. Yeah, she turned on Tegan Nox, and I think she was on Rhea's team. The faces, I mean, Dakota never got the match.
No.
So like, they just took her out and said, "I'm out of here," and they still did the 4v3 or whatever. Yeah, and the heels won. Yeah. So if they do that with The Rock and pull the bait and switch, that's cool. But I just think for Bronson Reed, this is a lose-lose situation for him. Because let's say they put him on the new Bloodline team, and they win. Okay, what does Bronson Reed get out of that? Is he gonna get the pin? Absolutely not. You got Jacob right there. You got Solo right there. Why would you do that? Is if he gets taken out of the match? Well, now he looks like he got undermined. And if they swap him out and they're holding him in place for The Rock, well, then he just like he got upstage. So it's a lose-lose-lose. So I think maybe them just being in his corner to give him that rub, that main event rub, and then like kind of trick people to thinking it's Bronson Reed for a little bit. That's one thing.
Maybe, but
like,
who knows? I don't know.
Like
I said, supposedly that's the only one I'm kind of like.
No, I'm not mad. I've seen the speculation too.
Yeah, but definitely
lose
the Rhea Ripley one. She really just said War Games. I was like, okay, all right, well, there goes 5v5. So
I wasn't surprised about that one. The second I thought about it, I said, "Oh man, we're gonna get something different with Liv."
As soon as I saw the Twitter video, I went on Twitter. I saw Candice LeRae. I was like,
I was
has to be
hyped.
Rhea Ripley, though. It has to be Rhea Ripley because I mean, maybe Bayley.
It came out the same night.
Maybe
That's
Bayley.
the stupidest thing.
But I saw like the purple Titantron. I was like, oh shit! Of course, it's Rhea Ripley. So
I would have took Bayley because she's in a little thing with Candice. Yeah. She already had the history with Nia and Tiffany.
That's what I thought. I thought that would make the most
like,
logical sense. Would be
yeah, and they're like, and they give her something fresh because she'd be doing some with Liv, which she's never done anything with. Raquel, she's never done anything with because Bayley, just like a lot of the other women, tend to fight the same people all the time. Mm-hmm. So then that's why a lot of people think she can get a little boring because she ends up fighting the same people. Yeah. So I don't know, but the women's one, I don't know. I'm not mad about it. I just don't love it because I was kind of hoping that Rhea was gonna be out for just like till the Rumble.
You know, she's been in every single War Games now
since 2019.
Yeah, this would be her.
Was that the first women's one?
6th, I think one of those two. Yeah, I think it was the first women's one. Yeah, she's
been in every single one each
year. I was like, damn.
You know who also was Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai's also been in all except for this one.
I was like, man. I'm glad she came back though. Like the other thing, Dakota Kai came back last Raw. Glad she came back. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about coming up. But yeah, other than that, I mean, we got SmackDown.
You think Io should be in this match?
Yeah,
I don't think
so. I want to see why.
I mean, I want to see her in the match, but I just don't think she fits.
It's War Games. Why would you put Io Shirai?
She's a fit person. Other than her being the number one contender for Liv Morgan.
That's what I'm saying. She's number one
contender. Anything to do with anybody in this match.
There's no point of her not even being there. She has. I mean, you also had the whole Jenny Bianca thing. Maybe she came out and helped him out. I don't know. But the biggest thing is that the fact that she had the world like a number one, she's the number one contender for it, and not in War Games with Liv Morgan in there, can't make no sense to me.
I mean, yeah, that's the only reason I say she's in this match. But I'm like,
the Rhea Ripley thing like feels like it feels like that was pushed. I was like, why? Why? Like, I love Rhea. I'm just like,
the heel team
give it to Bayley. Like, give it to Bayley. That's all you needed, and it'll make it. Sort of makes sense how everything would go by. Yeah, Candice LeRae, Bayley had the little thing on. Naomi and Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton. Okay, cool. Bianca Belair and those two go together. You know what I mean? That makes sense. But
it could have been all SmackDown ladies.
I'm just like, why? And you got Io Sky and Liv Morgan. So it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But the rest of them, I'm like, for some reason, why? Like,
the heel team is lacking. Yeah. The heel team is very much lacking.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, sure, you got both the world champions on the team, and I'm just like, and Money in the Bank.
Jackson and Tiffany Stratton.
But it's like, they can't lose, right? Because if they do, well, Nia just lost to Liv. Liv just lost to somebody else.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the heels are gonna win.
Yeah,
and that was my early prediction for it. I feel like the heels are gonna win.
I mean, if Roman's team wins,
if Roman's team wins, then I would say that's my only assumption. You can't have both faces win. That'd be kind of that's the whole point, you know.
Look, if I just want to say if the heel team loses in this match, Tiffany Stratton better cash in, or if not, she's got to be the second worst Money in the Bank person ever.
That's what I think the only swerve is that she can possibly cash in.
That's okay.
Again, I think she actually pulled the trigger, and that's why I wanted to happen.
She needs to. I didn't think they were gonna do it in Crown Jewel just because I think it would have been a little complicated. Yeah. But like this one, like after the match is over or something, they could just put the cage up and everybody's walking out and they're like, and Nia's like upset or whatever. Like, let's say Tiffany takes the pin. I think Candice is gonna be the one to take the pin, but
I think so too.
If they make Tiffany take the pin to, I don't know, beat Bianca.
Yeah, only thing I see is like the only way I see is either Candice takes the pin or Candice helps them win. That's the only way I see her kind of being both ways. Just because, other than that, maybe she gets jealous of Candice from Nia Jax. She cashes in and boom. I don't know. There's so many things in play, but it really depends on like SmackDown and going forward from there. How it really.
It's just the whole War Games. Like both of them, honestly, are kind of like they both feel really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because they feel rushed. It's like they forgot that this was happening because they had the whole Crown Jewel thing. And I'm just like, why don't y'all just do it in December?
That's what everyone.
They're gonna do the first week of December.
Yeah. That's what
get an extra week. But, you made the schedule, man.
Exactly. And then you got people doing double tapings, and you got
too many double tapings at that.
You got that. You got Thanksgiving coming up, so giving people time off, and I just feel like all we're gonna do is extra rush now.
And that's why we don't have a pay-per-view in December anymore, other than the main event thing. But it's like that's really a live show that they're doing a show on pay-per-view, and I think it's in Madison Square Garden, so it's gonna be like probably 4 or 5 matches, only the big stars on it. So like half the people are really just gonna be off.
Yeah. Other than that, NXT was great.
Cooks every week.
They started the deadline qualifiers.
I love that match, by the way. Probably double the best stipulation right now.
So we got Sol Ruka that qualified, went over Cora Jade. Wesley went over Cedric Alexander, and then Javon Evans went over Lexis King. So,
dang, I'm starting to like Lexis King, man.
Yeah.
I like Javon. I just kind of wish that they didn't put them against each other. That's all.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't mind both of them being in the match. So this is a last chance losers match. That'd be cool too.
What else happened? Claudia Jordan lost to Fallon Henley. Distraction again.
Well, I kind of figured Delta's here now.
I'm gonna say, as soon as Delta's gonna be the next one to take it off of her.
For sure. Deadline. 100%
wasn't on there though. What's kind of surprising.
That's how strong the division is. They had 4 matches. She wasn't even in it.
But she lost twice now. I was assuming she'd come out and say something, but it was Trick, and I was like, Trick's are every goddamn week. So
they gotta get that. They gotta get that whoop that Trick.
Yeah. So and then that one was really surprising because Andre Chase interrupted Trick Williams, came down and challenged Ridge Holland. So now it's gonna be a number one contender, match.
They're starving on that show.
Number one contenders match between Ridge Holland and Andre Chase, and then if Ridge Holland wins, Chase U is done, completely done.
Oh, that's cool.
And so that's why I was like, okay, I'm assuming they're gonna do that.
I don't sleep over that.
And then if Andre Chase wins, he gets number one contender, like he gets a title shot, pretty much. They both get title shots, whoever wins, but if Ridge wins, Chase U is done. So I was like, and then the backstage thing was really fun. Like, Bill, you do this again? You're betting on us again? What is wrong? It was so funny.
Yeah, that means 100% they're losing.
I was like, oh yeah, 100%. It's like, you do this again, they're losing somehow.
Thea Hill needs to go ahead and move on to that North American title scene.
Like, I don't know why. I was like, they had to put her out. Like, she's not doing anything. She's in the backstage catering. There's too many good women.
There's too many good women on that show.
She's too good. She has too much potential to not be in any type of feuds or anything at all. She hasn't been in any type of feuds in the past couple months. That's what really makes me mad. Like, girl,
there's too many people, man. It's like AEW in 2020 or 21 or whatever. Yeah, whatever year they had like all the stars coming. It's like, man,
21.
Like,
I think it was only
it's probably 21. They just had people coming in every week. It's like, oh man, I forgot this guy works there. Yeah, I bet you forgot that Keith Lee works there. I bet you. I bet you forgot like 90% of the people that work there. They still work there. Forgot about that. But yeah, no, NXT is cooking on all cylinders, and Shawn Michaels is doing something generational. The men's main roster, or whatever you want to call it, not main roster, but main event scene is severely lacking. If we got Andre Chase and Henry Challen as our only choices for Trick needs to lose the fucking belt. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but he needs to lose the damn belt.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Because he's already had his time in the sun.
I think he's better to Chaser than actual.
Yeah, he's had his time in the sun.
I just think it's. I don't know.
He's where Cody is, but Cody is like,
like some Ethan Page, man. I do.
That's what I'm saying.
As much as I first came out, I was like, dang, he makes the perfect heel for NXT.
A good foil,
man. The perfect villain.
Rich Holland had a good heel champion in a long time.
He's still getting up there, but Ethan Page needs to be. If he's the one,
I thought maybe Sean Spears was gonna be the guy at first.
Yeah, but apparently it's Brooks Jensen who's gonna challenge.
Let's go mid card. I said what?
Yeah, I was like, okay, but then
that was just fighting for the title.
But then he got someone named Nico. I was like, who the hell is that? I don't know. It's a new person. He's making.
He's an indie guy.
Indie? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know him, but I saw like all the stuff on.
Sorry for people who watch this. I don't know who he is. I'll do my research after this. I was like,
the people that watch us don't know who he is either.
Okay. I was like,
the hardcore fans aren't here yet. Okay.
There we go. I can't wait to be a little bit later in this and switch chat. Wait, who? You don't know who this is?
I come back
right over here.
Dude, 3-time champ. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Nico. They called him Dom when he came out. How am I supposed to know Nico?
I don't know who that is. But apparently that was happening. So that was NXT. Great. Yeah. I love watching NXT. My only complaint is I wish they're on the damn USA Network. That's the only thing I wish.
I miss USA, it. I traded right now.
Oh, NXT.
I'll take 2.0 back.
Netflix or something.
Colors.
Because I'm pissed off. I can't watch it on Tuesday nights anymore.
We are the only. You want to know? U.S. is the only country that's not getting all 3 on Netflix this next year.
Really?
Yeah, NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, and pay-per-views. Not pay-per-views. I don't know about the pay-per-views, but because they don't get Peacock outside the U.S., so they still have the WWE Network. So all of that is going to go to Netflix outside the U.S. You got a VPN, brother.
I might say I got a VPN. I might switch that up real quick.
You get the VPN, brother. You can watch in Canada on the flicks or the UK.
Because this is starting to piss me off. Man.
Yeah, no, I'm sick of it, man. I
hate
love
having
NXT
to watch
now.
it Wednesday morning while I'm at work. I have to watch it. I hate it. I hate it.
I watch the highlights when I wake up in the morning. And if it's real good, then I'll go watch the whole show.
Yeah.
Like I watch some stuff, and we didn't even talk about the elephants in the room. The Julia and Stephanie.
Oh yeah, we didn't watch.
They had a tag match
against Last Legend, and
they had a little confrontation.
I loved it.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
I loved it. I loved every second of that match. I was locked in the whole entire time.
Best match of the night again.
And that's just my thing. We'll say if they lose the championships somehow to a swerve, there should be those two. I stand on this. I think Bianca and Jay
that'd be cool. It'd be big for them too.
They should lose to Miss Jackson and Last Legend.
I think they should lose it on NXT pay per view too.
Exactly.
Yeah, make it feel like NXT it can go down
court, on their home field. And then they pull the upset off. I think that'd be a great way for them to
and they can pin Bianca. They don't got to pin Jade.
I'm saying.
Jade, and then they could build to their little thing. You know, they can revisit this. They already have the history.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be cool.
I'd be time champions and have actually go to NXT for once. That's something different instead of just being to the main roster again.
I mean, I can't name other than Fatal Attraction. I think it's her name. I don't know what the name is. Fatal, you know, yeah, that's it. Fatal. Other than Fatal Influence, I don't know no other women's teams though.
No. But it gives them a chance to kind of bounce around and kind of get shown on NXT instead of being every Monday and Friday. You see them going on. You know what I mean?
You give a lot of people that aren't doing anything.
Yeah, it'd be something different.
Like let's say Thea Hale does find somebody. You know, her speed. I can't think of anybody right now. But let's just say she gets somebody or whatever. Like maybe like a Brindley Reese.
That's what I'm saying. Either Brindley Reese. That's kind of the only person that's kind of free right now.
Ren Sinclair.
I was thinking Ren Sinclair, but she's with North Quarter's catch crew. So I was like,
yeah, you're right. But she could go in the North Quarter catch crew too.
That's what I'm saying.
She's leaving JSU.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
She's got potential.
So many groups she can go to just because how skilled she is. I think she'd be best in there and have to go for like the tag team. But who knows? You know.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, let's talk about the big elephant in the room. Triple H been listening, man.
Yes.
Women's United States Championship.
Yeah, last Friday. We watched it in our little theater
and it's pretty.
In our apartment complex.
Yeah, it's pretty.
We yelled like a bunch of bitches when it came out.
Yeah, I was just chilling. I look up, and that man Nick Aldis said, "Yeah, I got a little history making an announcement." I said, "What could this be?" He turns around. I said, "No, because they got me last time. They got me last time with that nonsense with the Crown Jewel title."
And as soon as he said, Women's been making history. I said, it's a championship. It's a championship.
I started.
It's a championship.
I'm getting butterflies right now.
He stepped back and had the little apron on. I said, yes, please. Ripped it off. United States Championship. I was like, thank you, please.
And the funny thing is, you sat and said, "Yeah, I think they're talking about the United States Championship." And I said, "Yeah, okay, I hear you." And then 10 minutes later,
I saw this
guy just this sheet up. Like,
it also popped up. I was like, uh-oh. So, So what are your exact thoughts right now? Since we finally talking about this topic,
there's only one thing they gotta do and do it right. Well, two things. First thing is build the division. They did the same thing with the women's tag titles, but they didn't have any tag teams. And every random woman that was live that wasn't doing anything, I said, "Here, go ahead over there. You want to be in a
Bailey Sasha,
which is fine. They had a little thing, but Boss Hog Connection, tag team. I'll take that. But then you got teams like Carmella and Naomi.
Yeah, Carmella and Naomi, like just random ones, but yeah.
Lana and Natalia.
Oh, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville was still a thing.
That was a team. You had Natalia and there's so many iterations of like women doing other things. Natalia's had like 5 people that go here with her. Yeah. Shayna Baszler and Tamina. I mean that's Tamina. Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax. They're 3-time champs, man. That doesn't even they don't even talk to each other anymore. There's no if they walked up backstage and had a segment like you was like Roman and Seth, you wouldn't hear no pop. They'd just be like, well, these guys are backstage.
What's going on here?
Hey, what's up? I'm Shayna. Oh yeah, I know.
Feels really bad.
Okay, so that's the one. Number one, build a division. Right. Have a plan. They introduce the title? We don't need to see them looking at the title every week. They need to do what they did for the North American title tournament. Let some women get more than 5 minutes in a match. That's cool. Do like 8 matches to tournament or 6. That's fine. You don't need a million people because only really at one time 2 people are gonna fight for the title, maybe 3 at a time.
6 should be fine.
6 is cool. I mean, because you gotta think it's mostly on SmackDown, and SmackDown's got a lot of the women roster talent right now, so that's cool. So like I'm saying, so like you could do like little structure matches. Let's say you got Candice and Naomi. Well, Naomi could beat Candice, and that's cool because later Candice could come back and say, yeah, I remember you took me out this match. And they already got a little feud going. So let's say Naomi wins. Well, Candice can come back just like Finn did when Seth Rollins beat him for the title in the qualifier match. And then he got the title match like a month later. Or you know, just break it down, you know, to the simplest form. Bayley needs to be in this. Make it feel like it matters. You know, Bayley's not doing anything for the world title right now. Well, you don't want to be their inaugural United States champion?
I think
this is revolutionary.
Yeah, I think it needs to be a credible champion first.
Yeah.
I think they're going to put it on someone bigger at first. That's my only thing is that, you know, any type of champion that's usually new, they put on someone really big. So,
and that's my first question to you actually today. Who are you thinking is going to be the real pick? SmackDown, Raw, whatever. Call up. Who do you think they're really going to choose?
I know there's been a lot of talks online between Chelsea Green and Michin, but I think it's going to be someone bigger than them. I think it's going to be someone who is in the main roster picture, but not fighting for the championship. So like a Bayley or like a Naomi.
Who do you think it's going to be?
Or like a, you know what I mean? By who I hope to win? I hope it's Naomi. I hope it's Naomi. I really think.
Part of my brain is thinking Naomi. They're giving her a lot more screen time.
Yeah, I really think she's like the third on that roster. I mean, to be honest with you, because I love Naomi, and I think she's really overdue for like a championship.
Beyond overdue. She should be getting her Jey Uso flowers right now. She got him dancing that trash song, Glow. Pump Your Fist, Let's Glow. Hey. She had the best song before that. I'm amazing. That song went crazy. Like, I don't. She did a little dubstep dance. Come on, man.
But that's what I'm saying, because that was Becky. But she did win the SmackDown Women's Championship. And she did make it. She did have a good little run with it. It made her own little thing.
She too. Can you believe she had 2 reigns?
That's what I'm saying. So that's why.
And nobody remembers.
I think she should be the one who kind of, because she really is the third woman on, SmackDown. I mean, yeah, I see like Candice LeRae slowly getting up. You got Bayley, who's kind of coming up as well. And you also got Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. But I mean, honestly, after that, you got who? Michin, Chelsea Green.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, where else we go? And then
everybody else in the main event.
Pro brands. Okay, who the people calling up back at that time? Was the match going to happen? It's going to happen in Survivor Series. Okay, you think about, is Bayley coming? Not Bayley. Becky Lynch, something like that's going to happen. I don't know. You know what I mean? There's so many things to think about when they're going to have the match. Because, like, if it's going to have a match in PLE, you can expect someone returning to, get a last qualifying match, and then boom, they're in the match somehow. They're going to win it. You know what I mean? So, it just depends on how they build this up. I think I want Naomi to be my favorite, but I don't know if it's going to go between 2 brands. Or it's just
for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no way they're gonna. If they do that and they do the Intercontinental title, which I was hoping they did, I'm glad they didn't. Mm-hmm. If they do the Intercontinental title immediately, let's just say it's Intercontinental title, because it probably is. Looking at the track record, they need to run this, dry test it, see, put it in a couple feuds, make it feel important. Because if you just do this and they say, "Oh, here's the women's one too," we're gonna be just like the tag team titles, where it's just there. When's the last time you see the tag team titles on the paper?
That's what I'm saying. Besides, Crown Jewel, obviously. But what I'm saying.
What?
But what I'm saying.
Crown Jewel. Oh, you talking about the women?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the men's.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about the 2 sets of men's.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We're talking women's side, tag team. So yeah, it's Crown Jewel. The men's one. No. Yeah, Judgment they need to take that off. I don't even know why they even have that, because they're not.
They can lose on a live show. I don't care. I won't miss it.
I don't even know why because they're not. They just have it just to have it. You know what I mean?
They don't even cut promos in the ring. They be backstage.
Finn Balor hasn't been there for God knows how long. So I'm like, they had no tag team matches on Raw in past how long, and they still the championships for what? You know what I mean? Like I don't get the point. So like I guess they're building for the Raw Raiders, but the Raw Raiders need to win this. They need to win this so they can actually have people who actually want to fight but actually lose. Because
put the Street Profits on Raw, let them fight the War Raiders.
That's what I'm saying. Because people are bouncing back and forth, just like Bianca and them. Why can't Street Profits bounce back and forth to get title shots?
I just think
It's a
title.
thing now. Like
I wanted the titles to be split so bad, but now I don't.
Yeah,
because it's just like you got a bunch of tag teams that don't ever fight because they keep putting the tag titles in storylines and stables.
Yeah,
the same two at that. Judgment and Bloodline.
That's
for like
the
past 3 years.
For the past 3 years, because they had it for a minute, they split it, then they united it, and they won it from Sammy and Kevin. The Judgment Day won it off of them, and then they had it for since then. I was like, why? Like
they lost it for like they lost it to Jay and a week later. Then they lost it again and they got it back in like 2 months. It was oh my god, Finn is the longest rated tag title champion ever, right?
And this is
what gotta be.
This is my thing. I feel like now it gets to a certain point where the whole draft doesn't matter. Like they cut that off because now you see.
I don't even like brand splits.
Now you see Naomi on Raw. And I'm just like, where the hell did she come on Raw? You see Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax,
Jimmy and Jay.
I'm like
Sammy on SmackDown.
So like as soon as that happened, I was like, and then
Randy was fighting for the world title.
I think when did this happen? Who was the first person to kind of go over? Was it Randy?
What you mean? When this year?
Mm-hmm.
Technically on Raw, yeah, but I mean on SmackDown, I mean Cody and Seth and going back and forth earlier in the year too.
Yeah,
back and forth.
When they
but Cody could have because he was in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, of course.
But why Seth?
Like when people like no storyline at all, like people just kind of bouncing it back and forth. I was like, okay, that's the draft.
Randy's one of the big ones. Rhea was just showing up randomly on SmackDown too.
Well, that's what I think that was it. I think when Rhea came out and followed Liv to SmackDown, I was like, why is she here? She is Raw. Like,
understand why Liv was there because they did the little champion versus champs. That's cool.
But why Rhea? And then after that,
Rhea said, "I'm here to beat everybody up."
After that, I don't know if I said this. Because we were in the theater when this happened. I was like, so the draft don't matter. The draft really don't care. They can go wherever they want. So that's what my thing. What I'm thinking is, until this Raw Netflix thing happens, you put anyone anywhere. I think the Street Profits need to get title shots. I think
they got one this Friday.
Yeah. I'm just saying though, like in the future, because sometimes they get title shots and then they disappear. You know what I mean? Same with DIY.
Heel, baby.
I hope they turn heel to tag team. Cause I think they were better to tag team. But I know Triple H. Cause I saw Ciampa wear his own gear.
Oh, them two? Yeah, cut them up, bro.
Ciampa wear his own gear. And I was like, okay, he's going.
And he tagging Johnny.
He's doing that, this is his little NXT greatest feud ever. Spiel he wants to do. I knew as soon as Triple H took on creative, that was the first feud I knew he was going to do hands down. It didn't matter.
I'm surprised he didn't already.
I'm surprised they were attacking.
Digging the reliable bag.
But I knew it. I knew he would
have put them together.
I knew he would have bring it to like a WrestleMania type of feel. I know he's gonna do it. I know it. Cause I was like the bread and butter golden feud. Everyone
better get hot quick because they're not over.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially not with that song.
But I think it's gonna take some time. So they're gonna split and take that long build until maybe next year. I don't think it's gonna happen this year just because
they need to split and just do their own things on SmackDown for a little bit. Yeah. And then like maybe you come back like Jimmy and Jay at the Royal Rumble.
Who knows?
They'd be number 1 and 2, and they just every time they get back on their feet.
I need more feuds like CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I need more feuds.
Yeah, we don't always need a title.
I rewatched that match today.
That's why Andrade and Carmelo was so good, and Seth and Bronson is so good. Just do stuff.
That's why
you know gotta always be because they're champion. That's why I'm worried about for the women's title. The women's United States title. But I'm looking at Naomi, right? I look at her record. Last time she's been champion was 2017, right? She won the title at WrestleMania, held it until August. You want to guess who she lost it to?
Start with a C?
No way.
Damn, no, never mind.
It ain't Brock Lesnar either. I had to put an R in there.
Okay. What did she lose to? What did she lose to? Like, how did she lose to?
If you had to guess based off of my face.
Natalya.
She lost to Natalya at SummerSlam.
That's right.
Won it at Royal. I want to say Natalya. Won it at WrestleMania 33. No, you're right. She had one pay-per-view title defense, and that title defense was against Charlotte Flair. And I'm sorry, not Charlotte Flair. She defended it against Lana at a pay-per-view.
I remember because that's when Lana wanted to be a wrestler so bad, and she's like, I want to be better. I need a title shot. I can do this. And then she lost.
She beat Naomi 3 times. I'm sorry. She beat Lana 3 times from June until October. I'm sorry, June until September. Not September. I'm sorry, June until August. My brain is backwards. So I don't know why. And then she also won the title in a 6-pack challenge. Defeats Naomi. I mean, sorry, not beats Naomi. The SmackDown after Raw, she defends it against Alexa Bliss, who was the previous champ. Defends it against Charlotte, and then she doesn't defend it again until she starts fighting Lana. Then she fights Lana, and then loses to Natalya after that.
I hated that title.
She had a 6-month, almost 6-month reign, 4.5-month reign, and she lost to Natalya and had 4 defenses. And that was her last title reign, other than a tag title.
I hated it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're right, she's underrated, but it's like she didn't even really pin Charlotte. It was a DQ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So but you also have to think about it. That was 2017 before she went to TNA and reinvented herself.
Yeah, but Naomi was still the star. She was a
star, but I think she's more of a star now than she was before. I think
100%.
I think she had that Drew McIntyre experience where she had to go, leave, take her shot somewhere else, build up, and then come back. So that's what I think. I hope, but who knows? Because we said this many times before, and all of a sudden there's a swerve. Here comes somebody else, or you can hear you can hear Charlotte's theme music, and she'll click on the belts again. It's just a matter of time, man.
You hear Hulk Hogan's theme song, and Charlotte comes out.
Charlotte comes out, and she went on the damn belts again. Listen, bro. I don't.
I say, hold on, this is Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I would not be surprised at all.
I wouldn't be upset if Charlotte won it. Actually,
no.
I would be honest. I wouldn't mind, only because, just like you said, we need some prestige on it a little bit. But I do got a couple more questions for you. I know we're winding down here. And these are just quick ones. You can just tell me. Just give me one person, and I'll give you one. Who is somebody that is currently being failed by Triple H's booking? Like one person in particular that you think could be getting booked better that aren't currently. It could be Raw, SmackDown. I don't know if he's booking NXT technically, but if he's not, who is somebody that you think could be doing better or was previously doing better, and now they kind of just like, oh, well, whatever. Just one person. Anybody you want that he could fix. I have mine. And that's only because I wrote the question, so that's why.
I was about to say, you had time to think about this.
Yeah, so while you're thinking, I'll go ahead and give you.
Both of my people left, so go ahead.
That's fine. It's only one, really, anyways, for me. I mean, there's more than one, obviously, but...
This thing's always fixed, but, I'm trying to think about that one person who really kind of gets screwed over. I know for SmackDown, I would like to see one, but I don't know about Raw.
I have two, but there was only one that I really was just like, we were right there, man. What are we doing? Number one, Chad Gable. Yeah. He's done Chad Gable so wrong. Yeah. Chad Gable signed a new deal.
Yeah.
And he's been mismanaged. He went from being one of the most over baby faces fighting Gunther that he had a very made championship match. At WrestleMania with Gunther. Lost to Sami Zayn, who didn't need it, mind you. It was Gunther. We didn't need it to Sami. Sami could have been on WrestleMania doing anything else, and I wouldn't have had a problem with it. He didn't even need to go to WrestleMania. He didn't need to lose. Chad Gable was right there. Okay, cool. He loses. He helped Sami Zayn win the title. Cool. It would have been great for that Monday Night Raw after Mania. He lost the title. He didn't win the title match. Fine. It started his character arc. I'm going on the journey. I'm following. Week after week, Chad Gable falls further into dismay. And then we get to Clash of the Castle, right?
I think it was Clash of the Castle.
Yeah. And the cards looking right. We're looking at Sami Zayn and we're like, oh, okay, Sami's reign's over. No way, dude. Sammy Hogan says, I'm going over, brother. He wins. And no, I'm sorry, this is not even right, because there was a triple threat match. And Bronson Reed was in that match. And this is when me, you, and the whole world didn't care about Bronson Reed because he wasn't doing nothing.
Nope.
He was just in the match randomly.
Not yet. Not until he hit.
It's about the summertime
with the 5-6 tsunamis first. Yeah, was it Miz first? It was Miz, R-Truth.
It was Seth first.
And it was Seth. It was
Seth. Then Miz, then R-Truth.
Yep. Miz, then R-Truth.
And then Braun Strowman. So he went down the line. But yeah, that was like July, by the way. That was literally after the Damian Priest match. So Sammy he beats Bronson and Chad, and at Clash of the Castle, cool, whatever. It was a triple threat match, Clash of the Castle, or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was in June. It was right before Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel comes around, whatever when that comes around, right before Money in the Bank, King of the Ring. Yes, King and Queen of the Ring. That is the match right there where Chad Gable had cut off Otis, cut off Alpha Academy. He's full heel now. He's talking to the current team that he's with now. I don't remember the name. American something. American Outlaws? That's the one. American Made. He's got American Made in the corner. They're practically helping him, talking to him. He loses the match. Why does he lose the match? Because he's gonna go fight Braun Breaker now? No. You know why? Because Chad Gable should have won and had a little heel phase with the team, and then you could have won. The new team he's with could have went on to win the tag titles from the freaking Judgment Day that don't even need the damn titles.
Not in that. You know what I'm thinking? The first person that should have been feud besides Jey Uso for Braun Breaker was Chad Gable. I think they will have an excellent, mind-blowing match.
That's what I'm saying, man. He could have went on to fight Braun Breaker and lost.
Feud. That's what he needs to be right in the Intercontinental Championship. I don't think he's World Heavyweight Champion. I don't think he's World Heavyweight Champion. I think that would take time. But
that's how you become a world champion.
Main events, because you can't be a leader of a group and not be anywhere in the contention. You know what I'm saying?
Not even close. They're not even talking about him for Intercontinental title
matches. Like the Y6. Like I love Uncle Howdy, but like
where does he go? That was a cool feud too.
But like, where does he go? Like, is he just? They're just going for stables? I guess it's gonna be stables type of thing.
That's what it looks like. But they just pop in and out.
But like for Chad Gable, he needs to win that championship. He needs it because
and that was a good feud.
Show them. He keeps American Alpha in check. I'm like, okay, he knows what he's doing because he won championships instead of teaching Sammy how to beat Gunther.
Tell him how to beat them, and they can't beat him.
And then he can't beat him.
That's so dumb to me. That pissed me off, and I was looking at like where it all went wrong. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool. They could not win the tag titles, and that could have been their character arc of, hey, that's why you need me around. That's why you want me to be the Master Gable. You see what I did for Sammy? I could do that for y'all. I mean, now you're not doing nothing. They got a United States title. What are we? American made. Right. What are we doing wrong here, folks? He could be the champion. Okay. Maybe they're going to SmackDown. United States title for Chad. He's got to win something. They got to bring him back. I was so fired up on him this year, and now he is ice cold. He gets on TV, and I don't want to watch anymore because he's fighting Rey Mysterio, and that's good for him. It's good for Rey, but I don't give a care about LWO, brother. I don't. Dragon Lee is awesome. Rey Mysterio is awesome. I don't care about LWO. Get that group out of here.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. If you have yours, I'm sorry, man. That was real passionate about that. Just sit on my chest all day.
I just think the main one for me still is gonna be. I think Shayna Baszler is getting misused. I don't think she's beating that PMC bullshit. I just think
that's another issue.
She's too dominant in what she wants to do, and she'd be probably fine by herself to be in the dumbass tag team faction with Zoe Stark and Sonya Deville, where they just lose every single match. I don't get it.
They're cold as heck too, man.
I don't know why, and that's what I'm saying. But I don't know why you have a whole stable who can't get wins at anything. You got Fatal Influence challenging, all of a sudden they win a North American Championship. Why the hell you can't do that for somebody else?
Y'all are getting beat up by the Party Girls and Lyra Valkyria. They're not one of them are taller than 5'5".
And this is why I think it's like where you're not nowhere contending for anything. You're not nowhere going anywhere. You have no storylines. You're just in the back catering. That's why I feel like if they
come up with a random match.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and lose.
It's 6-woman tag team match or a battle royale. Here's all of them, and they lose. I'm like, what's the whole point? Like, why are y'all even a group? Y'all just suck.
I thought they were gonna be the Girls' Shield. I was actually kind of excited to see what they were gonna.
That's one. And my other one's getting misused already. It's Raquel Rodriguez. Listen.
Brother.
Listen, I'm addressing this now. There's no way you should be an enforcer getting your ass whooped every single week. Period. I don't
speak on it.
I don't care if you're Nia Jax. I don't care if you're Teddy Stratton. I don't care if you're freaking Candice LeRae. I don't care if you're Bianca Belair. I don't care if you're Jade Cargill. I don't care if you're fucking Rhea Ripley. You need to be whooping ass every single time. That's
why you're not cheating. We're not taking knees.
Hey, how do you sit there and be the protector of Liv Morgan and get your ass whooped every 2 seconds?
And run! Why are you running?
Be a punching bag.
If it was a group of like 3 girls that are like buff and brawling, let's say not Liv. Let's say it's Rhea, Bianca, and I don't know. Let's just say some random face. All 3 of them are like, all right, hey, ladies, I didn't. But that's like from weeks of you getting beat up. It's time for your comeuppance, and now you're getting beat up. That's when you run.
She should be the women's equivalent to Jacob Fatu. She should be that scary. Now she don't have the skill set, obviously, but
That's
she
okay.
should be that scary. When like if Liv tells her to go in and wreck shit, she could wreck shit up. That's it. Now
She
you
can't
have
talk on the
nothing to do
mic.
with
She shouldn't
smart.
be talking.
My point. That
Yeah,
now you
get
won't
straight
have
to
those
the
moments
action.
where she'll do some crazy shit. But she could do something to Rhea Ripley when she catches her off guard. Or she's the good even matchup for Rhea Ripley. Period.
She was.
Then
You know the funny thing is Triple H did this in NXT. He did it in NXT and it was successful. Why is he doing the same thing and can't get it right?
I was so excited for the idea of it and when it came to like fruition for it. But then the next week on Raw, she gets her ass whooped. I'm like, so why?
It failed the first day. She botched the reveal.
I was
God.
like, I don't. That's what I was like. That's asked me to misuse one. Other than that, I mean, I got some honor mentions like Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I think they're two really bright heels that can really run the division. And much like before, I wanted them to like kind of tease it, but separating. They work better together. They do.
They need a LA Knight right now. They could do a triple threat kind of thing, and I'd be cool with it. And Grayson wins, and that's how they start feuding.
I think they should be the first contenders for the MG, what were they called? Mostly Machine Guns. Now, not saying that.
It'd be a good match.
It'd be a good match. I'm saying that. It'd be a good
match.
They
did it last week.
But after they lose, we said, damn, we still can't win that one. And he teased that friction between those two again. And then finally built off that and split up. Because right now, they're not doing shit. They won't do shit. And instead it'd just be a tag team for no reason. Like, they went down to NXT, but you still, like, I can't win NXT championships, then why are we a tag team?
Why aren't they fighting for? There's people that benefit from their NXT title too. Why aren't they in the NXT title picture? They're not doing anything.
At this point,
do Austin Theory in NXT as the character he is now fighting Trick Williams?
That's what
money. That's money. And he can win.
I wish we had more contenders with different brands that have to be just main roster. Like I love what the women's.
I like NXT being its own island.
This is what's showing with the women's division, like tag team division, is really showing me is that they are trying to move championships up and down, up and down. Now, of course, the Women's United States Championship won't ever do that, but I would love to have a U.S. Open Challenge or Intercontinental Open Challenge, and you see Oba Femi popping up that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
But he's got to win.
I know. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically. Like, I know it would never happen because, you don't want Braun Breaker to yada 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 that bullshit. But I'm just saying, like, I just love that type of style. Like how John Cena had a U.S. Open Challenge and Kevin Owens accepted it. What the hell did that? You know what I mean? Like, what did that happen? So that's why I just
win via DQ or something. I don't know. You're a heel, man. You don't always got to like take a pin.
Or you can have Oba Femi comes out, boom, or maybe it's Tony D'Angelo for some reason. Oh, okay, cool. He comes out, and all of a sudden Oba Femi comes to screw him over, and they continue their feud from there. Who knows?
Champion versus champions matches.
That's what I'm saying. Who knows?
Those used to happen all the time on Raw, SmackDown. You get John Cena versus Randy Orton, champion versus champion. They're just wrestling on Raw.
That's what I'm saying.
Just because, not because like one guy's stronger than the other. It's just like they just be booking shows.
My greatest example was gonna be AJ Lee, but she had an open challenge, and then Paige came down, gave her a title shot, she won.
Double champ at that.
Double champ. Of course, she got released. Not released, but stripped out for the other championship that next time. But still, it's like you don't get those.
Same thing happened with KO.
KO won his. Solo Sikoa. Who had it? When Melo
Solo beat Melo.
Yeah, when Melo had it, and he came back and said, "Hey, you beat me. I won it." And he won.
Right.
Dominant. Like there's so many.
And then they just say, "Here, take that, man."
Yeah,
I'm moving on to bigger things, and then never did.
Examples, man. I just feel like they need to get more, but.
They need to be more involved with each other. I like when they do have the little cuts to the crowd and they're like, "Oh yeah, Trick Williams is here." I'm like, "But why? Why are you here? Are you having a segment?" Because the one time they did it for one person, it was Carmelo. They cut over to Carmelo and Finn Balor was over there talking trash and Finn he's in his face like, Finn was talking trash to Carmelo and Melo said, "Come on, man, you don't shoot because I don't miss." Yeah. And then he lost, but he got a little Raw match with Finn. I'm just like, "Come on, man, you can't just be calling up let's say Pretty Deadly. Nobody knows Pretty Deadly. Nobody knows Pretty Deadly, so they're not gonna get a pop. Send them back. There's no tag teams in NXT. Send them back.
That's just a perfect opportunity for him to send those tag teams like Pretty Deadly, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Hell, the Street Profits again. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I don't know why we treat NXT like it's a. I like that it's an island, but I also dislike that it's an island.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of teams that aren't doing anything. I mean, you look at the Creed brothers.
Exactly.
They are not even close to
contention.
contention.
That is one that I would love to see him go against Fraxium so bad, be the Creed brothers.
Yeah, they're not even close to contention.
I would love to see that. Now
we're about to get the Usos back.
That's what I'm saying. The Usos is coming back to be the greatest tag team.
So you know what that means? They're about to start getting pushed further down the card.
Yeah, I'm saying it's going down. Yeah. Who knows? You might have Big E coming back. Supposedly, I don't know. Who knows? We still got a whole.
We might have more New Day coming. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. Who knows? At this point, what do you gotta do?
You got jobber teams.
I feel like this is towards. Speaking on that, I feel like this is towards the end of New Day, as a career for them. So I feel like they're gonna come down to those last windy years, have one last good run. So I think if Big E is coming back, he's gonna save him, but they're gonna say, "Okay, we're doing this one last time." He's not gonna say it, but that's kind of be like the vibe they're gonna get. They're gonna give everyone like, "Okay, this is the last run for the New Day," and after that, I don't know, gonna ride the sunset out, or people gonna retire. I'm assuming the first one's gonna retire is gonna be Kofi. I feel he's gonna be like, "Yep."
Kofi. Yeah, Kofi's definitely done. He's on his way to coaching soon.
Yeah, I think Xavier still has a lot more years in him. I think Big E is gonna be kind of road to that commentator spot.
He's gonna be one and done. I'm surprised he's not on commentary now.
So
I don't think he wants to.
I think he'll do like one last run. I think so. I really think
I'm okay with that.
But yeah, all right. Well, yeah. Shoot, 45 minutes on the dot. Or maybe 46 minutes, but
yeah, pretty much. And then we can do a closing statement. But I'm just looking at the tag teams right now, and I'm just looking like at what's current. Like there's some injured teams, but I'm just like, you got some big ones like the War Raiders, Street Profits. You got you got the Motor City Machine Guns, the New Day, like you said, Bloodline, No Quarter Crew, OC.
Yeah, because
LWO.
What's his name is out? I forgot about that. Carl Anderson. You got search?
Yeah. Judgment Day. I know technically appeared wasn't tagged, but that doesn't matter. You got teams like Fraxium, like you said. So there's a DIY, Creed Brothers. There's a mass abundance of teams. Mm-hmm. And we ain't even got to the other bloodline. We got the AOP, they ain't doing nothing. You got the Creed Brothers, the other Alpha Academy, that anybody doing with. I-Town Down Under. There's a million teams on that show between 3 brands, and it feels like there's no tag teams.
I feel like it's only SmackDown. That's what
I feel like. And because you get to see him doing like a tag team ladder match.
But then SmackDown is gonna be taken over by. Well, I'm sorry. I feel like SmackDown's gonna be taken over by the Bloodline, because they're both coming back now, and that's gonna move to Raw. So Raw is gonna have some. them just gonna be on lock for some months, because the whole Bloodline, first Blue Bloodline, OG Bloodline is gonna be running at Netflix for a minute, for a hot minute. I know that's the first thing. Listen, when they announced Roman's going to Netflix, like he's gonna be that exclusive.
That is cool,
bro. Everybody, the Bloodline, all of them are going to Netflix. You think The Rock will come back?
Sorry,
you think The Rock's gonna come back and they go to SmackDown? Hell no. He's
not for that Netflix money.
For Netflix, Netflix, the Raw is gonna be loaded.
He was only on SmackDown for that Fox money. Oh my God. Get that Netflix money.
Raw's gonna be loaded, bro. You can see the Cody Bros. You can see the Seth Rollins. You can see
SmackDown's gonna be
CM Punk.
You think the titles are gonna switch shows? Like, you think the world titles? Because that's a lot of titles that have to move. If they're gonna move Cody.
I don't think so.
You think Cody's gonna lose the WWE title?
No. I meant to say I'm sorry. I think they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna switch brands. I think the main show is gonna be Raw, and they gotta have like the universe, whatever it's called,
the WWE title. WWE title.
The big WWE title has to be on Raw. Like, it has to.
It's just gonna be weird though, because like all the other titles look like the World Heavyweight Championship. That's what I'm saying. That's what they did wrong, is copying all the belts, because they did that with the SmackDown titles. Mm-hmm. I mean, the women's titles. They're like, oh yeah, this is the WWE title. This is the women's Raw title. Yeah. This is the women's SmackDown title. And at least the men's titles, other than changing the strap color, it was like whatever. It didn't matter. And they could have did that with men and women, and they could have just kept it. That's the only thing that's dumb, because like, you got to change all those titles now, moving over to another show. Unless they're just gonna change it, but I don't know. Maybe they might just, somebody like lose the title on SmackDown or something to somebody.
I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna plan it, but
it's on my job.
Yeah, I would say I'm assuming everything's gonna be flipped. Like, I feel like Gunther and the Judgment
hit you
Day,
with the,
Liv Morgan.
if you're on Raw, you're going to SmackDown.
Pretty much. Whatever brand y'all right now, it's flipping over. If you're a champion,
or it's maybe no brands. Maybe you're right. Maybe brand split might be just out the window in January.
Maybe. Who knows?
No more draft.
Maybe.
I'm
maybe
cool
they both show up
too.
on each brand. Is Netflix?
I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
I would prefer that more than just having everyone get drafted and then split.
Yeah, USA would be stacked, and Netflix would be stacked.
Yeah.
There's no need for a brand split because there's too many people that are over that aren't getting time.
Who's on USA?
That's SmackDown.
I thought they're both on Netflix. Are they not on Netflix?
They both are on. No. So right now when we watch SmackDown is USA.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So that's not changing.
Oh, okay.
At least until they see how the Netflix deal goes. Raw's gonna be on Netflix for the next 10 years.
It's gonna be booming.
So 25 to what's that? 2035. That sounds ridiculous. First of all, second of all, I mean, I'm 25 now. So 10 years, I'll be 35 years old, 36 years old.
I'll be 39.
Yeah, almost pushing 40, watching Raw on Netflix.
Watching Raw on Netflix. Hey, turn on the Netflix. What's the password?
Yeah, on Netflix, man.
Watched it for 10 years now. You would turn my damn show.
Another 20 years from now, you're gonna be retired.
Oh man.
You used to watch wrestling on Netflix.
Yeah, right. Wrestling will never go out. Today I watched Returns, and I watched CM Punk come back from Survivor Series.
I need to watch that show.
Gave me chills, man. I always heard it as a static, and I got chills, man. Just the roar in the crowd, everyone getting hyped up. So yeah,
I was building my couch the other day, and I was watching. I told Catherine, I was like, I want to watch something, and I was like, oh, the Royal Rumble. I haven't seen that all year. I usually like to rewatch that every now and then throughout the year. And I went back and watched the Women's Royal Rumble, and I said, "Wow, what a time!" We had no idea we were about to be on the journey of our lives at the beginning of this year.
Insane.
When Cody won that Royal Rumble, I was very confused. I was like, "So what is he doing?" And then a week later, they're like, "I don't want to be the Royal Rumble winner. Here, Rock, have a good one."
We'll talk about that in another podcast.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next time.
That's a whole nother debacle to unpack, but. Yeah, we probably should just end it here.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Going.
Anything
closing out? Anything thing you want to say?
Yeah, real quick. This has nothing to do with the wrestling or whatever. I was gonna say, I find this structure works a little bit better for us. We just hit the highlights and talk about what we like about each show. That way, we're not spending too much time talking about a no quarter catch crew tag match or LWO versus War Raiders match that we didn't watch or we didn't care about.
Parts and then go into
we talk about the interesting stuff that we want to talk about, get into some questions, just pick each other's brains, just talk wrestling. I feel like it's more fun, more interesting, more engaging versus trying to remember who had a 30-minute match on Raw in the main event. We didn't care about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless there's something crazy, I don't think it's a point. Pay-per-views we can do that for, but I don't think we should do that weekly on Raw and SmackDown, especially when sometimes I don't even want to watch.
Yeah, it's right hard to get through.
So,
but
yeah,
all right. Please let us know in the comments that how you like it to do format we're going to do going in the future. Please give us any type of insight, advice, anything you guys want to hear us talk about, any opinions. Please let us know. Also, like, comment, subscribe. And all that fun jazz. And we'll be getting better with our TikToks and YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Keep an eye out for the TikToks. I got a couple coming.
It's going to be coming out there soon. Every video is going to be up at least Tuesday, Wednesday at 5 p.m. I'm bouncing between those back and forth. It depends on, how the week is. We all human. We live lives. It gets busy at times. So I will, try to hit that deadline. But as we will do our best each week to bring, bring you guys more and more content. And also, have more guests on here eventually. I do have one, have a couple people I want to bring on in the future just to see how it is. Some will be new people get into wrestling and tell how that story is. Some people are old to wrestling. Some people who love wrestling enthusiasts like us. Who knows?
Some people don't like it at all. Just so they can see it just fresh.
It's just different opinions and their side. So. That's kind of one thing we're going to start to kind of do. We're still kind of trying to get our steam going to right now, but I feel we're getting kind of good traction. This is the 4th episode of our podcast, so please.
4 horsemen over here.
Yes, please feel free.
And next time we're going to be the 5-time Spinneroonie special Booker T. Oh yeah, man, special. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm all-time favorite Booker T quote.
I will be doing that next episode, like half the episode.
Favorite Booker T quote is King Booker. It's
yes,
still
sir.
the funniest one.
You didn't say that.
What did he just
Tell
say?
me he didn't just say that. I'm gonna get the braids so I can shake him crazy next week. And I have the fire.
Okay.
If I remember. That'd be
Definitely
crazy.
remember.
If I remember.
But yeah, we'll be doing a little more like some trivia. We're doing a whole bunch of different things on this channel. It's
Oh,
not
you're
gonna be
right. I
just
should
a
do a trivia.
podcast. We're gonna try
Yeah.
different game modes, stuff like that. Maybe reactions eventually. We're gonna be a whole wrestling channel, not just a podcast. So
Yes,
kind of
sir.
just starting off what we can do right now, but we're gonna get our foot in the door and get some steam going, and you'll see the content come out. But other than that, it's your boy Jill, your boy
It's your
Corday.
boy C-Dub.
Yeah,
Corday.
yeah. Yeah, sorry I had to get a long entrance,
Yeah.
but we'll see you guys next week for another podcast, and be on the lookout for our YouTube shorts and TikToks coming out very soon. Love y'all. Peace.